Hola, amigo.
Adam, they're here. Hello? There's people here. There's a guy here. Adam, what do I do?
Guido, put a magnet on the hard drive.
I'm hidden. They might not find me.
Put a magnet on the fucking hard drive. Put a magnet on the fucking hard drive. I don't know who this is, and I don't know who you are. But I'm going to tell you something, so listen up. You've kidnapped my Italian associate, and you've also stolen a whole bunch of hard drives and photos, which are very important to me. If you're looking for a ransom, I am not cooperating with you because I have no money. Let me also bring to your attention the fact that I've gained some very important skills over the course of my lengthy career. So let me tell you this. CP may be frowned upon, but I would also like to bring to your attention that me murdering you is just as frowned upon. Is that clear?
Good luck.
Thank you. You too.
I had a whole week with it last week.
I know, but I was
It's
busy.
not my fault you didn't use it.
Okay, but I was too busy and I didn't have time for release.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Look, he needs it 2 days early again. He told me he'd finally stop using the mouse. He won't stop using the mouse. He didn't even know there was another side.
I don't think that's a shareable item.
It's literally made to share.
There's two sides.
You know that if you use the promo code intellectuals, you get 15% off and you get your own.
Use code intellectuals for your next order on erosandcompany.com.
The mouth is supposed to be mine and the is supposed to be yours.
Yeah, but you want to change it up. And you know what? Why is it always salty?
Intellectuals in.
How you doing?
Adam, Poseidon, good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get the show started, just so you know, if you need a house, a home, investment property, whatever, you want to buy, sell, trade, you name it, we got it. Click the link in the description. We'll take real good care of you.
And if you have set home, but you also need to sleep in it, look no further than our friends over at Polysleep. Polysleep.ca or polysleep.com, depending on which North American nation you're in, to get yourself high-profile, high-quality mattresses, pillows, baby mattresses, couches. Polysleep, use the promo code Pantelis to get yourself 30% off. Links are in the description. And while you're at it, man, use erosandcompany.com to get your sexual paraphernalia. erosandcompany.com, use promo code intellectual to get yourself discount.
Why the accent switch?
That wasn't me. I don't know what that was.
Well done on both the odds.
Thanks.
You mean all three of them?
Whatever number you want to allot.
Well, which one? Hold on. The question
Which is the accurate one?
Which one do you not consider to be an ad for you to have said
Two of them.
Two of them.
I don't remember how
There
many.
were, there were three ads.
He forgot that
He
there
was
three
pretending
ads.
to listen. That's what it was.
There were three ads. And
You forgot the real estate ad.
Everybody did.
you said congratulations on both ads. I'm doing them
Oh,
very
well,
nicely.
both, all three. Well, I'm too lazy to two.
You are.
But too
Adam.
lazy to
But which one
count.
do you not consider important?
They're all important.
Good.
No. You didn't listen to my question. Which one?
So none. They're all important. So there's
So
no
why'd
such
you
thing
say
as
two?
none. Because I wasn't thinking about using three when I should have used three.
Adam, look at me.
You also weren't thinking about using a razor.
Adam, look at me.
Or
That's true.
nose hair
Look,
trimmer.
Adam, look at me. I'm watching you. How you
Adam,
been?
the big man, be watching you, man.
All cross-eyed.
What's that movie with Ben Stiller and De Niro? I'm watching you, Fokker. Oh yeah.
Meet the focus, man.
I want to say hello.
By the
to-
way,
yes,
you guys had an episode last week without
yes.
me.
I've had many episodes, but
That's because of your mental state.
thank you. Yeah. Okay. Can I get to that in a second? I'll tell you exactly what you missed, Poseidon. But I just want to give a hello to a kid. I saw this kid on the bus today. Beautiful kid. I went to the
Wait,
dentist.
hold on. Before we don't delete this, how old was this kid?
No, he was like 24 or something.
Oh, okay.
So he works
Young man, I
at
would've
a
said.
young man. Yeah, he works at
Just the way Adam likes him.
he works in the kitchen at Sacré-Cœur Hospital. And he's been listening since the beginning. Like I kind of, he came up to me all shy.
He works
He's like,
at
"Are you?
Sacré-Cœur?"
Yeah, are you?" He
Okay.
finished his shift. I was leaving. He comes to me on the bus, and he's like, "Are you Guido? I thought that was you. I've been listening for a long time."
What's his name?
I think his name is Danielle or Christian. And
Yes.
add me, kid. I forgot your name. Add me on social media. I'll send you the photo. I took a selfie with him.
Can I ask you a
But
question?
Yeah,
Those are two very different names.
I'm not sure.
It's not like I can't remember if it was Daniel or David.
For the life
He's like,
of
it was
me,
Daniel or Christian or Bartholomew.
I had no pen with me, and I totally, because I had a conversation with him, I forgot to write his name down.
Those are widely different names, though.
Yeah, I know. It's either Danielle or Christian, little mustache.
I hope his name is Steve.
Anyway, this guy makes like food at the hospital. He starts at 5 a.m. and he listens to us. So
I love it.
Have good work there, my friend. Yeah, add me on social media
Every
so I
day
can send you the picture.
He goes to work, listens to us, and
listens
goes,
to
thank
us.
God I'm not them.
Yeah, exactly.
What does he do at the hospital?
He
Did you ask
cooks.
him?
He cooks. He makes those meals, like those
Are you
600
sure he
chicken
cooks?
legs.
Oh, it's
You
probably
sure?
Alex.
He legit.
That's what Alex does.
Yes, that you had a buddy that did that.
Alex does
I
that.
remember. Yeah, he does that. Exactly.
Does he still do it?
Alex, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
He was wearing
Damn.
kitchen uniform and everything.
Yeah, he's
Little,
legit.
little
Oh, you think they're lying to
mustache.
Guido? He's like, I cook food at the hospital. He's
Yeah,
just
me-
banging corpses.
Yeah, or meanwhile he works
address-
at the morgue, or
Can we
he's
address
a surgeon.
hospital food?
No.
Sacré-Cœur has pretty good hospitals.
No, we
No,
can't.
no. We need to address it like it's an epidemic or some shit, bro.
Like everyone's eating
like
hospital?
you go in there for like a life-saving treatment and like the
food kills you.
The food kills you. No, for real, bro. Like what is like the meatloaf is it's what is it? It's not
it
meat.
meat?
It's also
clearly not meat, bro. I'm sorry.
bland.
more
no,
loaf.
no salt. No salt. It's all no.
It's not just that, dude. It's like gray goo. It's like from those movies, you know, those sci-fi movies where they feed people like fucking.
yeah. Soylent Green
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know, they feed them this weird
coming
shit.
out of a machine.
Yeah, bro. What is that?
I remember when I
even
went-
the peas, like the chickpeas. Like
What
the-
is?
No, you know the green little balls, the green
Peas?
little pea. Yeah, peas.
Green little balls.
Green peas, dude. Even that, bro. It looks like you know those marbles on children's toys at the park or whatever, or in like, you know when you go to the hospital waiting room.
An old-fashioned
Like I
calculator.
remember, no. When I was a kid, I remember they used to have like these things, these designs for kids, and you would pass beads through
Yeah,
them and stuff.
that's it, yeah.
They look like they don't look like
Like an
real peas. They look like
Adam, you ever
beads.
pass beads through kids?
Abacus.
Damn.
Oh, you mean anal beads? But
Yeah, it looks like abacus beads, bro.
abacus.
Like what the fuck, man?
I remember when I was eating there for a while there at the Jewish General Hospital, their pâté chinois wasn't bad. I remember that was okay.
but
The
I mean-
roasted chicken leg wasn't bad. The Jell-O is always good. If a hospital doesn't have good Jell-O, just leave.
Do people still eat Jello? It used to be a big thing when I was younger.
Yeah, it was. And then I guess people found out that Jell-O's made from
Cancer.
fish bones.
It's literally
That's how
colored
you-
sugar, no?
That's how you make gelatin. It comes from
Oh, really?
bones.
Yeah,
That's
Jell-O's
why
not good
beef
for you.
makes. So it's not vegan. Jell-O's not vegan. The only way to get gelatin is from bones
So how do they make it colored in different flavors?
with RP2XZ
Okay,
color, cockroach, whatever, ladybug coloring.
You know, speaking of coloring and paints and all this, did you know that the Minoans
Oh.
had found a way to paint with natural stuff? It was not from animals. It was like from plants and shit. And
All the colors of the wind.
no, they could use like natural resources like leaves and shit, and they could mix them and they'd get like a red or
Yeah.
a blue or whatever, and then they'd paint. And you know that paint has still lasted to this day, like 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
10,000 years later. How old is the Minoan civilization? Like
It's not maybe 6,000, maybe a bit more.
7,000.
Isn't like Mesopotamia
was just
first?
about to
No,
say.
No, the
it's not
Minoans-
who was first. The Minoans are the Crete, the island of Crete.
Yeah.
Who's on first? What's on second?
The
I don't know who's on
Mesopotamians
third.
were the first ones that wrote stuff down that we know about. They were where Iraq
Iraqi,
and
yeah.
Syria is now.
Yeah.
Jordan, all that.
Allegedly.
Right?
Allegedly.
So last week, Poseidon,
I don't know self-shade about him.
your presence was your lack of presence was felt.
Yes.
Because I had
Why?
Adam in front of me, and I was sitting there, and I kept staring at his nose hairs, and Adam.
And everyone knows what I've been talking about this whole time. It's funny that nobody knew what I was talking about after all these episodes, and then they finally saw it in the Matrix sketch that we did,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh fuck, we got to do something about that."
Yeah, Adam, well, you're gonna get a makeover soon, but
Adam,
first,
Adam, you need a
gotta give you a
tweezer.
couch.
Like sometimes, look, Adam. I know it hurts, but sometimes, like when I see one,
You just
like,
pull it out.
When I see a scraggler, no, you know what I do? I'll go to the mirror and I'll press like this. And what happens is when you press like this, it
sticks out.
They all stick out. What you do is you grab the tweezer, you pass it, you just you
No,
pull
but he's
them
at the
out.
point where they're
hold on, guys.
as thick as vines.
I don't want to embarrass myself, but we're kind of past that point. I tried to take scissors and cut them. It's hard, okay?
No. Do
Not scissors,
No,
Adam.
not scissors. You got to
you're not
pull
doing
them out.
bricolage, bro.
No, you're at the
pull them
point
out.
where you need like a flex, a Mokita grinder
You
to
need
get
you need
those hairs.
gorilla tape.
You need a lawnmower.
You need a weed whacker. And what's with the sideburns? Too?
And look. Do you have a
need a
tweezer?
Don't you
haircut.
want Adam to
I need
have
a
a
haircut.
clean shaven face?
Do you
one
have a
day?
tweezer?
I think I have one at my mother's place.
At my
Fuck
mother,
me,
you're gonna
bro.
have. My
No,
mother
no.
has one. I'm
Your
gonna use
mother
hers.
has a tweezer. You don't have a
I
tweezer.
have it, but it's at my mother's place.
No,
you know what I
your
mean?
mother has a tweezer, and you used it occasionally. Actually, you never used it.
Yeah, I
that's
don't
why
think he's
that's-
ever used
That's
it.
how your nose hairs got that long. But
Poseidon's uncovered the truth.
You have ear hairs like a
Dude, Adam,
90-year-old.
look at me. Look at me. Even if it hurts, you have to pull them out. You're gonna tear. You're gonna sneeze a few times. The trick is to not sneeze though when the tweezer's in your nose, because that could be
Danger
problematic.
Or use those little nose scissors. They have a rounded tip, so you don't poke yourself in the eye.
No, but he's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, he was the type of guy to cut off his own eyelashes or something.
Oh, you mean like the ones? There are some that are like a circle.
Yeah, so you don't cut-
And you're like a cigar clipper.
Yeah.
But thin and long.
That's
and you go-
made for nose hairs.
Yeah.
It comes with the tweezer at Dollarama. So yeah, last week I was throwing at him everything
I
I
have a
got.
question though.
Yeah.
Everything you got.
And he was nothing, bouncing off him like kryptonite, like the Man of
Should be more
Steel.
specific.
You mean unlike kryptonite?
Unlike kryptonite, yeah. Like I was trying to see through lead. I was throwing this at him, and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
the ball stops bouncing. And
Adam, I'm actually
I don't know
curious
what
though.
context you mean this
of
in.
course you don't.
I'd like to know if I could find out.
Adam, seriously, I'm actually curious though because like, here's the thing. Like you've seen yourself in the mirror.
I have, yeah.
Okay. When you look at yourself in the mirror, now that everybody knows what I'm talking about the nose hairs,
Do you touch yourself?
do you ever that too while looking at your nose hairs? But have you ever looked at yourself and be like, there's a problem here. I got to do something about it. Have you ever looked
Yeah,
like?
I have.
Okay, and then what was your train of thought after that?
Just call me. If you want to label me disorganized, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do so. I've been thinking for God knows how long to get rid of my chest hairs. Never mind my nose hairs. That too.
We can
No,
wax him.
but your chest hairs, people cannot see your chest hairs.
Yeah.
People can swing from your nose hairs.
Yeah.
Okay?
People shouldn't
I'll have
swim.
a swinging competition there.
Wow,
Bro, just
that
stab
projectile,
me,
projectile.
I'm gonna stab you
But
for
Adam,
real.
you can also, use a trimmer on your chest hair. Like I sometimes because I get
No, but listen, hold on, because you didn't answer my fucking question. You evaded like a goddamn
ahead,
politician
go
every
ahead,
single time.
go ahead.
What was your train of thought when you saw your nose hairs? Aren't you like, fuck, I gotta get rid of these?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
And then,
And then what happens?
And I answered by saying, shame on me because I'm disorganized and like I just can't get
But
around.
what
can't
is
get
you
around to
being
doing it.
disorganized? What do you mean you can't get around
You
the
put it
nose
on your
hair?
to-do list.
I love that
I
he
think
just
I
said
have
that.
a feeling I know how Adam shaves. This
You
is
put on
a
your
guess.
to-do list. I'll get it done at some
Let me
point.
ask you. Let me ask you.
Poseidon,
Do you also
I'll get it done at some point. Why are you stressing?
do you also put tying your shoes on your to-do list? Yeah, jag off.
I think Adam shaves in
I
the
don't know,
shower
hold on.
without a
Well,
mirror.
that's kind of a natural thing to do.
That's
right?
my guess. Would you
What are you
guess that?
talking about?
Do you put shoes on, tie them on? It's kind of not okay. They're both natural.
Adam, do
but-
you shave in the shower without a mirror?
No. I
So
shave in
you
front of a mirror.
you shave with a mirror.
yes.
And then
It's
when
funny.
you're when
he
you're done,
breathes, you actually see the nose hairs move.
fuck me,
Bro,
bro.
I just saw it go up and down.
And then hold on, when you're done shaving, do you go? Yeah, it looks good, scrumptious.
Like,
and
do you
and
feel
take
to
off?
see if there's any hair left? No, you don't.
Okay, guys.
You look like
I'm
you shave
not
at a red
evading
light.
the
I'll
question,
tell you
but I
something.
had
Hold
a
on,
lousy
Adam.
shaver, so what could I have thought?
When I shave my testicles and my pubic area, okay, and I miss a spot, and I realize later I hate myself for the next week. Do you understand? And this is something that people cannot see. Thank God.
What about when you shave his testicles?
And I miss a spot. I lose my mind. How?
Then I lose my mind double over you because
But
you
you
can't do it and because of what I look like.
But you might as well just not shave because a
What?
beard would be
That didn't make any
more
sense.
even. It would be neater.
You heard what I said, no?
You heard
I'm
what
mad
I
at
said.
you because you didn't do it properly, and I'm mad at myself for what I look like.
That's such a cute answer. I'm mad at myself for what I look like.
Yeah.
Look at you can see the hairs here, right there. Look, that's the one that goes up and down when you breathe. Look at me, I look old. But see, like look at the forest coming out of Adam's ear.
Oh yeah, it does look like a bunch of pine trees.
Yeah. Well, good though, Adam. You're a great Morpheus. I'll tell you.
Adam,
that.
you are surprisingly a better actor than I thought.
Yeah. So Adam, after last episode, he was like, Guido, you want to come with me? Let's go to Playground Casino.
Oh yeah, you guys went together. That's why you didn't hang out with me.
You look fantastic on camera.
Yeah, Guido, you
For real?
fucking
Yo,
Jesus Christ.
You are
But-
very photogenic.
Yeah, same thing with the next one, the Taken. It's I don't know what the hell. He looks good on camera.
Especially with the beard.
Yeah, the
beard,
beard
huh?
is
I
a
got
plus.
the-
Serious?
The beard is huge plus.
I got the Sean Connery.
No lie, Guido, and you were born to be on camera for real.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm gonna get an agent again
Look at
and
that
get back
face.
into it. I've been
Look
reading
at that
up on
unevenly haired face.
it. Look at that! Look at his nose. So
You know, I'm sure one day, one of them is like curled up.
it's
I'm sure one day a woman is gonna write you love letters, guaranteed.
They already has.
When you become famous, they already
And
have.
those hairs are going to be the central
No,
theme
but
of the
it's
love
gonna be-
letters.
Adam, my love, I love you long from Mumbai. Love you long. I'm very sexy
Look,
woman.
No,
The
I
pills-
mean real women, not
the pills changed color. They got better.
It's because of Gapes. Gapes
Yeah.
did all the special effects.
Shout out Gibbs.
So Adam,
He taught me how to do a J cut today in Da Vinci.
You jacked off while cutting yourself.
Hey.
so he takes me along to Playground Casino, and he knew every bus, what time it left. What I met him at Bonaventure.
Who, Adam? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Going
his
on an
jam.
app and checking it.
Yeah,
Not to be a
no.
rocket
He knew
scientist.
exactly which. He even like the express bus that drives you there with it only makes one stop. Like boom, over that bridge, and we get there. Adam has a stack like this now, a stack like this of cards. Now, when do you get one of those cards? Adam?
Business cards.
No, they're like
You have to be more specific.
you.
What kind?
Our buddy Freeway Frank has.
I can explain
he
that.
pulls out like a lotto thing where a raffle where all the cards of people who gambled. He pulls out
Okay, I'll explain
a
it.
number and shout out Freeway. He was great.
Oh, and he had like 58
Adam
numbers.
had- yeah, so to get one of
about
those
eight, I
cards,
think.
you have to spend like $700.
Guys, it's very simple. I
Here,
have to
explain.
correct you, Guido.
All right.
If you win, if the machine gives you like a special payout or something, right?
Anyway, you
And
had like 15,
and
20
you go over,
20
I think
cards.
it's $1,000. There's a trick to this. If you put $900 in the machine and you're over 1,000 when you cash out, you get I mean, that's one way of doing it. Or you could just have $20, $40, and you make a big payout of $900. The attendant pays you in cash, and he compliments you by also giving you what's called a raffle ticket. Every Wednesday, Freeway Frank has a draw. You put it in some little glass container, and he pulls about 6 or 10
like
whatever
at
names.
elementary school when they have the raffle.
Exactly.
And what do they win?
And
What do you win? What can you win?
the lowest amount, I think it starts at 100. I don't remember.
Adam
the
won
highest amount is
$100.
$1,500.
A couple months ago, Adam won $700 doing that.
I love that.
Like
And
he
on
was,
the raffle, I won 500.
I love how his strategy for making money is gambling.
of course, and he positioned
Look,
himself.
one
too.
of us, out of the four of us, one of us has to start making money. So it's a good strategy.
He's looking at his watch. He's
Adam-
like, he had to position himself ready, like when you get to a party early because they're gonna do the fireworks and you want to get a good seat. So he gets there and then he orders the food. He eats. He already knows the what did you have? The General Tao cost $10 with $1 tip. It was
Adam,
all ready.
Can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Borrowed money from me, paid me back. He won
I-
at roulette.
I
He
have a
paid me
question.
back.
I have a
made
question for Adam. This is a
$10.
serious question. Do you
ahead.
know how to play poker at all?
Yeah.
Okay. And please correct me if I'm wrong. Why don't you go up to the poker table, make I don't know, $50, $200 in chips? Don't waste them. Play ones and twos, and don't even play. Just play small
You
blind,
already said that in the past.
big blind, and order food. Why don't you just do that to save?
You
Because
see a
the
lot
food
of
is so
like,
cheap, it doesn't matter.
it is kind of cheap with no tax, but It's true. The guy's playing poker and he's eating a bowl of spaghetti. Some dude. And
He's fucking insane.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't do it, by the
food
way.
is so cheap there.
You know why I haven't done it? Because I can't focus if I'm fucking
Yeah,
eating a fajita.
yeah.
I can't focus on
You're
poker.
allowed to say, I'll take a few turns off.
I don't like doing that. It feels weird.
Yeah, the drinks are free too. I wish I was an alcoholic.
Yeah, you just bring money to tip the waitress.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I had a Bloody Mary with no booze in it. It was delicious.
Do you know how to play blackjack?
Yes, of course.
Are you good at it?
They don't have
How
blackjack
do you
tables there, do they?
quantify good?
Do
Electronic.
you win more than you lose?
They only have poker.
I think I've lost a little more.
I think I could have guessed that.
The house. It's called a house
By
advantage.
the way, because
I'm not a card counter.
Because
So.
with him doing the raffle stuff, Adam goes to buy a car. He goes to get approved in financing. They ask him, so how much you make weekly? Well, depends.
Yeah.
And they go, what do you mean depends?
Depends on who my dealer is.
Well, depends.
That little fucker is you guys bad luck.
Anywhere from 100 to 1,500.
But
It's only him with the raffle tickets. There's 3 other people with 1 raffle ticket each. He has 28.
Still loses.
so I played $20 plus the free $20 they give you when you join, and that was it. I didn't have the
Did you
itch
win?
to no. And then I ate a poke bowl.
I think
and,
because,
I had a cigar and I waited for Adam. Adam, how much did you see me gamble at all? Right?
I didn't pay attention.
Fuck all. Yeah, of course, because you were too busy gambling. I was talking to Freeway and having my salad.
How was Freeway?
Great. He looked good. He said I looked better than the last time he saw me.
Told you.
So yeah, that's fun.
I have a theory. If you're too into video games, I think you can't get into gambling.
No, I'm into video games. I like gambling.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't get addicted.
No, it's
Cannot get addicted.
gambling hits the same part of the brain as alcohol and drugs and coming.
Well,
Yeah,
With
once you
sexual
get
addiction,
in, once you get addicted, bro, it has you. It has you.
Wouldn't you be addicted to both if you have the same type of brain?
No, not everyone. You could. It depends who you are.
No,
'cause some people
because gambling, there's a sense of loss.
Most gamblers
So-
are triple threats, Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it all.
Yeah, and let's say you're addicted. Let's say you love video games, and that's been your poison. Let's say, and let's say you play abnormally, right? Because if you play normally, it's not unhealthy. But let's say you're addicted, right? You don't have the sense of loss in video games. Even if you lose a boss fight or whatever, you lose a level, you just replay it until you win. Right?
I think maybe you've exercised that part of your brain over time and in fact made it better.
What do you mean?
That I lost, I didn't beat the boss and I'm going to go back and play. That's kind of like putting money back in the machine.
Yeah, but there's also no real world consequences.
Right. So maybe
so there's no real
you've
world
trained
loss.
that part of your
I
brain
actually
to not
agree
go
with
chase
Poseidon.
that winning.
I agree.
It's possible.
That's interesting.
My claim is actually that you would have a double addiction on your hands. I mean, technically, at least according to the way. Because you know what, Poseidon is a very
No.
valid
Stop trying to
point.
drag me into your bullshit. no. Calm the
When
fuck
I
down.
play, it's like, oh man,
That's it.
You
It's
guys,
the prefrontal cortex,
Did anybody
the
in this room
reward
ever
zone.
play pinball? By the way,
Pinball, sure.
Yeah, of
Great
course.
game.
yeah, I hate it. It's very becomes very competitive. So
Oh,
yeah.
you hit it, huh? How
Hit
hard
it from
did you
the
hit
back.
it? Yeah.
What do you mean, the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard.
Depending on where it had to go in.
Oh, where it had to go in.
Where did it have? Which
Put
hole?
that ball right in there.
Which hole, Adam?
Yeah.
Depending on the
slide it in.
machine. Oh, I can tell
Depending
you
on
the
the man.
story. No joke, guys. This was I think it was the second to last day before school was out. The last day while schools were operating.
School's out.
My phone, I went to a bar because I needed, not to play machines or anything like that. I went to a bar because I had to charge my phone. It was really low.
Yeah.
And that bar, no joke, on the corner of I think Saint Michel and Sauve, had a pinball machine. I just had
What?
to wait around and I played it, so no joke.
Yeah,
What are
you
you
play.
talking about? Saint Michel and Sauve. I'm trying to picture it right now.
Because our vans had to be returned in the East End.
Okay, that's where your Pompeii church.
Right?
Anyway, okay.
Well, you can picture it. Sauve and Saint Michel, I think. Or Fleury and Saint Michel, something like that.
So Adam gambled. Adam, what do you know about this? Have you guys heard of this guy who got arrested in the grandma scam?
In Montreal?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but I wanna know.
One guy took the fall?
No, well,
I think Vaudreuil was another one of the cities.
this guy's name is Gary. Oh, remember this guy?
I heard your buddy got caught scamming grandmas. Are you scared that you're now alone to fellate the elderly?
Would you like to make a $100,000 bet that the guy's not going to squeal on me? $100,000 bet.
Adam's still betting.
Stop gambling with the devil, cause you know I'll win. And also, Adam, very important question.
Yes.
What type of faggotry have you been up to lately?
Have you gone to
We
the?
want to know.
Have you gone to?
I love how he gets so riled
station
up.
to
Oh
sport?
yeah, hold on. Pause.
I'm
Something
pausing.
different about you.
Yeah, you got
My shirt?
That T-shirt.
Yeah, I got it. Actually,
nice.
I got it. I'll tell you after where I got it from.
Where'd you?
What an alleyway.
That's not a
A
secret.
former co-worker of mine.
Oh, okay.
Died?
Yeah. No, he gave it to me
Okay.
when I was a driver working in a restaurant.
All right.
Do you still meet up with a former?
Wait, if you were a
coworker?
driver, you weren't working in the restaurant, you were working outside of it.
Any and all places associated with the restaurant.
You were working for
inside,
the restaurant.
outside, next to the restaurant.
So this a former coworker. When's the last time you worked with him?
And why'd you have a shirt? Why weren't you wearing a shirt when you
well,
saw him?
guys, it was kind of. If you guys want to laugh at me, I won't stop you. It's when I had a rental car to do the deliveries. It was only a temporary period
But
of
why
time.
were you shirtless?
You're saying I was shirtless. I wasn't.
But hold on. Why did he give you that that shirt?
A very nice shirt.
It's actually
I did
nice.
something. I did him a little gesture, but
You did him a little gesture, right hand or left hand?
I did him a little gesture.
You did him a
How-
little
that's
gesture.
not suspect.
Well, you mean a little stroke?
oh man,
What was the gesture?
can't talk about it on the air. I can't.
I figured.
Please
yeah.
don't drag it out of me because you won't.
No, we already did. It's fine.
I think you
Drag
dragged
it right out of his
I
cock,
dragged it
bro.
out of myself.
I think you dragged it right out of him.
Where did he finish though?
What do you mean?
On your
Like
face.
yeah. How'd you get the shirt?
Well,
Face, back. Like where did he finish?
I'm not gonna go into that.
Okay.
you giggle.
Are you getting fucked for T-shirts now, bro? What the fuck is going on, bro? What is happening?
Adam, have you
Bro, are
gone-
you trading sexual favors for clothes at this right now? I don't understand. We're like,
Sex for sweaters.
Adam, last time I saw you was
you-
then. Have you
It's a
gambled since then?
It's a profit I'm starting. Sex
once.
for sweaters.
Where did you go?
I went to
For
playground.
sweaters
but
for
why?
sex.
You went back
hold on,
to
hold on,
playground.
hold on. I have a question. Was it something sexual that you did for him?
Nope. It was a pure business favor.
That doesn't make it. That doesn't. God damn you! Why do you have to make everything sound
Legal.
sexual?
Okay.
still-
Legal and
Sex isn't
non-sexual.
illegal.
Okay?
Still makes
so
it
that'll
sound
maybe
sexual.
like hint to you guys. That
Remember when he was driving?
Pure
the-
business strategy. He talks like a hooker.
He was driving a hooker.
That's
talks-
not legal though.
No,
That's
hold
not
on.
legal.
He talks like a prostitute. It's not sex. It's a business transaction.
I didn't fuck
The
him for
only
money.
way- okay, I
That's
got something
illegal.
really funny
I
to say.
fucked him for a T-shirt.
The only way
it's called
hookers,
bartering.
the only way women would do their activities legally
It's
is if you
called
had
bartering.
if you had
I'm
a
a
contract.
Saudi guy in the desert.
If you had a written contract with your customers, here you're
Yeah.
paying me, I'm doing you a service, and you're declaring tax.
So it's all legal, by the way, in Montreal.
Yeah, it's legal to bang a hua.
No, it's 100% legal. You just cannot solicit.
Yeah.
Guys, I know this is a little bit on the.
Hold on.
I
hold
heard
on.
you. You can't
No.
solicit. I have some more stuff to
Yeah.
say about the same matter.
No, so what
Man.
you're
I
saying.
must solicit.
No, but you have to address what you said was wrong. So you have to backtrack. So it would not be illegal for you to perform sexual favors for a T-shirt.
Well, I was about to say this is a little bit philosophical, but to what
There's
extent
nothing
is it
philosophical about
illegal?
this.
To what
There's
extent?
zero
Have you
philosoph-
guys never heard about in Vegas cops coming in and busting hotel rooms? Come on.
No, that's in Vegas, you jackass.
And you think it's never happened here?
No, but we're not. We're
Adam,
just
plays,
the
Adam
laws
plays
did-
so dumb.
It's not the
That's
same
why-
laws.
Adam, the guy sitting next to you literally purchased you.
Allegedly.
Go
He
on.
literally bought you a lady of the evening. Do you
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
it's true.
Yeah.
No, I
Adam.
don't. But maybe.
Well,
Well, how do
I
you
was
not
too
remember
drunk- I was
that?
too
Drop
drunk
her
to
off?
remember.
You
too
weren't
drunk
drunk
to
at all. You
remember.
weren't drinking.
He was wearing my bathrobe.
Yeah.
I drank in the bathroom. Nobody knows. Anyways, I'm just.
Yeah, you drink
The
chocolate milk.
philosophical thing I was trying, what I wanted to address was: is it really illegal? Okay, you answered me. Unless you're
it's not.
soliciting.
It's not.
What you did was not illegal at all. Zero illegal. Take the shirt. We were just messing with you. It's completely not illegal. We're just saying it's funny that you keep doing that. Like you could just there's other things you could do in order to get shirts. Is all we're saying.
Perhaps buy them.
Yeah.
walk into a store and buy one.
Like you could fill up a wardrobe.
Yeah.
Because you're that type of guy that last time you're like, yo, I need money for the bus, I need money for the bus, and then finally no one was there, and you're like, fine, look, I'm gonna blow this guy for bus fare. But then we find out you walked home. So like it's
Exactly.
like so you always shock us. Like I don't know what the reason behind what he does is. Is it for bus fare? Then why did he walk home? Is it that's what shocks us.
I guarantee you, there's like an underground, just a bunch of closeted gay dudes that pass Adam around. He's like known as their boy toy or something.
He's not your boy toy.
Yeah, the fellatio.
I'll tell you what, guys. If you want, I'll make a concession to Pantelis. Maybe
Concession.
the reason the cops come into the hotel room is because it's the mafia or some organized crime.
What are you
doing
talking
it.
about? This is Las Vegas. We're not talking about Montreal, bro.
I'm saying that maybe it goes. Maybe it's more predominant over there, is because it's organized crime is doing it.
There's no organized crime in Montreal.
Okay, then you tell me, Pantelis, what law have they broken when the cops come in and bust the hotel rooms?
I don't know.
You
It
tell
depends.
me.
Every case
Well,
by case.
Most of the United States.
Maybe it's an underage girl. Maybe the fact that they know it's illegal.
No, but in most of the
Rambo's
states,
niece.
not only is prostitution frowned upon, it's highly illegal.
Yeah.
In the States, but not in this country.
most of the states.
And
I
most
think-
of this country too, except for Quebec, which is it's just Montreal, which is the Wild West.
Okay. No, all you have to do is
There's
explain that.
there's a
Quebec,
blurry line between two consenting adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly.
So basically, your whole thing with the shirt, it falls under like it's just two consenting adults. A man gave you a T-shirt, you gave him a good time. It's legal.
And since I didn't sign anything, then you can't prove it.
Like
Exactly.
you can't walk in the street and say like I'll suck your dick for a T-shirt.
You're not allowed to say that.
And you can't.
That's illegal. However, if someone comes up to you, he's like, "You want to suck this dick? Yeah, I got a nice shirt," and you're like, "Yeah, sure, I need a shirt."
You can
That's
ask
fine.
for it, but you can't offer to do it.
Exactly. You can't solicit.
And you can't go yelling it in the street like who wants to suck my dick for a T-shirt.
You can't do that either.
Yeah.
You know those guys that
Even
flip
without
the,
a
the
T-shirt,
arrow,
you can't do it. Eh?
they flip an arrow to go to a new place. That arrow flipper. In LA, they have arrow flippers a lot.
We don't have those here.
Yeah, arrow flippers.
I would have never guessed. Sexual favors for clothes was not on my 2025 bingo card for you.
So I'll tell
didn't
you what.
expect that either,
I'll
I'm
tell you
honest.
what. Let's remove Las Vegas from the equation. You would see that kind of stuff done in Toronto or Vancouver, in Canada too, right?
What would you see?
Oh, come on, Adam.
Well, the other provinces it's illegal as well.
Saskatchewan,
That's what I mean.
surprisingly, it's legal.
Oh, really?
With cows.
Well, that's because. Well, because they are cows. They're
Adam,
everyone
four-legged
from
or two-legged?
Saskatchewan is gonna hate me. Right
I know
now.
they're such nice people. It's
Oh, I
over
believe
Montana. You could see it's so flat. You could see your dog running away from home for weeks.
It's so flat. You can see your neighbor's wife.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a joke about seeing your own
So
shadow?
flat, you confuse it with your neighbor's wife.
Hey, Adam. So Gareth West, $30 million, man. Are you proud?
Who's
As a
Gareth
scam?
West?
This guy that got arrested in the grandma
He was
scam.
calling
$30
out
million
people.
bucks. They arrested
I
him
read the
today.
article.
He's from here.
He was setting up fake law companies, like calling up older people and saying, your grandson has been arrested for something. Give this money to this company.
But he's also an influencer.
What's his name?
Gareth
Gareth
West.
West.
He has an Instagram. He's an influencer.
And he tells people that he's doing
And he's
this.
also a real estate agent. Yeah.
He does Anthony
not
Robbins motivation. Want to be the best.
Oh,
He does that shit, but he was funneling using that money in the grandma scam for his lavish lifestyle. The guy, you'll see him in front of expensive cars. You'll see him in front of real estate. Made a killing.
Guido, I have a question
But
for
now
you.
he's going to
Montreal man
jail.
arrested in $30
Guido, I have a question for you.
million grandparents.
Did the
Oh, have
guy
I
do
seen this
anything
guy
here?
before?
You've
or
seen him.
only
But I
in-
mean, look at his face. I mean,
He
it's
looks like
kinda
a Facho
obvious.
the Cats.
It's kind of obvious. He looks like one of those guys. Like, I don't know what he sounds like.
He looks,
but-
yeah, exactly. Look at him. He's like a
Serious-
Côte St. Luc guy or something.
Serious question, Guido, I have for you. Did he do anything here in Canada, or the only thing he did was in the States?
I'm
Did he have
sure
any
if
charges?
you're a scammer, you scam everywhere.
No, but
It's not
is
like I'm
there
only
any-
I'm gonna do everything else honestly except the grandma scam.
Yeah, it doesn't add
Are
up.
there any
Okay.
charges pending here in Quebec, or you don't know?
Is
No.
he his fucking lawyer? Why are you asking him?
Yeah, Adam, he got nailed, and I'm happy because he screwed over a lot of old, vulnerable people. So this guy deserves at least 6 weeks in jail.
If he doesn't get bail.
This is the largest grandparent scam.
Yeah, I know. That's it. He was a prick. 30 million, bro. Think about how much money that is.
But he would mostly call people in the United States, huh?
He had a boiler room. That's it. He had a boiler room. Montreal is known for boiler rooms.
I think Vaudreuil was one of the places.
There's so many boiler rooms.
What do you mean he
here.
had a boiler room?
People would call in the 90s. Everyone would go work. Places.
Oh,
You
yeah, yeah.
won $1 million. You get leads. People that fill out stuff.
telemarketing.
Contests. Those are leads. People that answer on Facebook. Are you this type or this type? These are leads. They're lead
generators.
Yeah, lead generators. But okay.
Well, there's laws.
Well, yeah, but we were known as Montreal was known as a horrible.
Every time I'd go, because that law was passed. When was it passed? 2000, and it was in the 2010s. But I remember when I'd go for a job interview, and they'd be like, "Yeah, but we don't sell our products and services to Quebec."
Right. Yeah.
I knew.
Oh no, you're like, oh, you guys are scam.
Yeah, there's something fishy here.
Yeah, when there would be a contest, it's not for Quebec exactly.
No, not a contest. When you go to work for a company here and they tell you what we're selling on the phone, we don't sell here.
Yeah,
it's very suspicious.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. There was a lot of those on Stanley and St. Catherine in those.
Yeah. Stanley St. Catherine, there's a lot, and there was a lot in Park X also, right in front of Park Metro. I used to work for one.
There you go.
There was one on Sauve and Acadie.
We used to sell paper and ink.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Pantelis,
well, because you have 300 million people with landlines, right?
Well, you remember the
back then? It's wild.
You remember the mall on Sauve and Acadie, that rundown shitty mall
where it used to have Canadian Tire.
Oh, yeah.
Full of call centers in there. Full.
Really?
Full.
There was a bingo in there.
All the upper floors.
Yeah.
Full.
It was bingo.
It was
too.
just that.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of stuff there.
And there was a bingo in there.
What's that building right in front that's there? It's called Simplex.
That's a location des outils.
Oh, you rent.
You go
equipment.
rent a jackhammer. You go rent heavy equipment. You want a floor buffer. Think to buff this floor.
Every time I see Simplex, I think of herpes.
Yeah,
because there used to be a
herpes
commercial
simplex,
when I was young. They used to be, and they used to say, "Do you have herpes simplex virus?"
Yeah.
So every time I hear Simplex, every time I drive by there, I'm like, herpes.
No, you go rent tools.
Damn. I thought it was something plexiglass related.
No, it's literally to rent heavy equipment.
Oh.
If you want to pip in your backyard to fucking dig a hole, you rent it there.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do I bring it to my house?
They'll bring it. It's great actually.
Yeah, there's delivery fees and everything.
Like this, a buffer for this floor or whatever.
Actually,
what about
a pressure
what about
washer?
a fluffer? What about a bald, like mill pattern
You have-
baldness
you have
with
to go to-
glasses on fluffer?
Eros. You have to go to Eros for that.
I actually did my driveway with gravel, and I ordered from
Simplex.
No, I ordered from Home Depot.
Oh, same
but
thing.
they do rental equipment too. But I'm guessing that's their only business model.
Yeah.
Pantelis, I wanted to hopefully get
call
you to
him
be
by name.
serious since we're on the subject of
No.
this type of activity. I worked for a call center. Listen to this. My job was to
Were you a
work
phone
now.
sex worker?
No.
Take off your pants.
Now that I think about it, we had a division that called.
Hold on. Pause. We're gonna try it.
Hey, let's try the call center. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the caller. I'm gonna be the caller. You're gonna be the.
You're the phone
I
sex
wanted
operator.
some-
You're the phone sex
Hold
operator.
on, we're gonna get to you in a second, Adam. But this show
Yeah.
demands that
Yes.
you're the phone sex operator.
Yes, absolutely. Right now,
Ding,
the fans
ding.
demand. Everyone demands it.
And I'm your supervisor listening in because it's your
Yeah.
first call.
I would fail very badly because I don't have a clue how to do it.
Okay.
That's it.
No,
That's the whole-
we're
that's
gonna
the whole
role play.
game.
That's a whole. It's like the acting
It's
that you
called
do, bro.
role-playing.
What are you talking
go,
about?
phone
You
rings,
tell
go.
me you could deliver fucking lines for a camera. You can't do this. Shut up and do it.
Dring, dring. Go ahead.
Okay, ring.
Who's on the phone with who?
Me and you.
Are you
He's
calling me or am I
paying-
calling you?
I'm a paying client.
Yeah.
Okay, this is acting, and you are the phone sex operator. Okay.
And it's
Adam,
$10
just-
a minute.
Just remember that he's paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you need to be at your best behavior because the only reason you're getting a paycheck
Yeah.
is because of him.
I just paid you 18 T-shirts. Okay, let's go. Green.
Phone Sex Central. How may I help you?
Okay, before we continue, I love where his head's at. He's actually very good. I'm very, very happy with what he just did.
He's a receptionist.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm very good. Are you interested in only on the phone, or are you interested in hooking up with some nice ladies?
He's a pimp now.
I'm interested in hooking up with you. I like your voice.
Wow. Well, honestly, sir, it's the first time I've ever done it, but apparently I've been told I'm talented. So let's continue the conversation.
Hey, Adam, this is Supervisor Steve. Just stop soliciting sex. Don't tell him anything about the girls. You are not a pimp. You're just a phone sex operator. Keep it to the phone sex.
Yeah.
I could
what's your
stop
fetish?
myself.
All right. So how does this work, Adam? How do we have phone sex right now?
Well, we
Do I start or do you start?
have some interesting discussions based on your innermost sexual fantasies. It's completely up to you, sir.
Well, I'd like you to describe unzipping my pants and pulling my penis out.
Oh, yeah.
Only you can tell me what kind of fantasies you get when that's the
one. That's the one. I said it. That's the one I want. I want you to describe you unzipping my pants and pulling my penis out.
Except, sir, you're the one who has to describe that to me. I'm not the one who's unzipping my pants.
You're the phone sex operator. You're the phone sex operator. I'm paying you 18 t-shirts for this service. I need you to describe how you would unzip my pants and pull out my penis. I need you to do it very slowly.
Make sure you go as slow as you can.
Do some more.
And then what do you do? And then what do you do? Oh yeah.
Does your penis have any reactions that it's supposed to have?
I think my penis is twitching.
I'm so uncomfortable.
You're doing a good job at keep it up.
And then what do you do next, Adam? Do you approach your hands?
If your hands are ready
and cup my balls.
Penis is ready.
His hands are ready.
Do you unzip my pants, Adam?
I encourage you to do it.
No, but you're the phone
I can
sex
give you a holograph of my picture. So
Adam,
just
he's
look
one
at
of our best customers. Describe how you would fallacious cack.
Your supervisor there is saying that you're probably going to get fired after this if you don't.
Adam, just describe getting on your knees and unzipping his pants. That's all he really wants. Just do it and let's get out of here.
And don't forget, the bookie needs money tonight.
Yeah.
Please don't fire me until after this call, boss.
Yeah, just describe you unzipping the weird fat man's pants.
As long as that penis of yours keeps on twitching, then you're doing a good job.
Oh yeah.
Make sure that little man gets what he deserves and needs.
Oh man, he's amazing. I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like a cuck.
You're in the cuck chair?
I'm in the cuck chair.
Damn.
Hey, he's playing along with you.
He keeps calling it penis.
Yeah, Adam. Can you start rubbing my penis through my pants?
I can try and train you, but that job is
Stop. I'm the one asking for the service here. So please deliver the service.
I'm gonna do a little bit of remote control sensory actions on you. So in 3 seconds, you will move your right hand down to your penis as slow as you can and pull that zipper down as slow as you can.
Oh yeah, it's
We
unzipped
discover
now.
another talent.
It's unzipped now, Adam.
The Adam repertoire.
What would you have me do now?
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
And pretend my hand is your hand.
And maybe we can make a film of you enjoying yourself.
And so that's
Adam, tell him about how you like to jerk off to photos of car crashes.
That's not supposed to be anybody's business until next time.
And that was phone sex with Adam. Adam's actually a very good phone sex operator.
That
That was
music
better than I thought.
That music made me want to order a Scotch neat and a cigarette.
damn. That was actually fun.
Yeah, it was a good
Perfect
time.
bar music.
Good job, Adam.
Thank you. Now, Pantelis, I just wanted your feedback. It's a legal matter, okay? I was working for an organization. I
As
think
your
they were-
lawyer, I'm the best guy to ask. Yeah.
Well, we had an operation that was. My job was to sell to the States, and we had another operation calling Europe. I remember.
Wait. What?
We were selling
Backtrack. Slow down.
office
Slow down.
supplies.
You were calling Europe.
I was
Okay.
working as
What
a-
kind of office supplies?
It's a telemarketing scam.
This is what I'm kind of questioning. Now, listen to this story. I had only worked there
Hold on, what kind of
weeks and
office
I got
supplies?
fired.
Paper and
Maybe
ink.
pencils and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let me
a-
ask you. Why in God's green earth would someone from Europe call you to buy fucking pencils?
They didn't. He was calling them.
Exactly. That was our
It's a
Europe operation.
telemarketing scam.
My.
He said
I only called the U.S. We didn't call Canada.
like matter of fact. Exactly, I called them.
Now, how'd you make money? Like, did you make sales?
Here's the thing. I think you had to make about 5 sales a week, and I fell a little bit short. So
A little
I got
bit meaning
fired.
you made 0 sales?
I think I made one. I sold to a company, but we were on the do not call list. No joke.
Man,
Yeah,
so
no
you wasted
shit.
a week over there trying to call
I don't know if
guys
it
in
was 1 week or
Denmark to
2
buy
weeks,
pens from
but
Quebec.
No, my job was just the States. So we had this whole list of stores and calling. You know how it is, right? I'm sure
Yeah,
you
we
know
do.
how
I remember one thing. One thing I do agree with him though is, I used to get mad at this working for corporations, is they would have to order pens and pencils, and I'll tell them, I'll be like, "What do you mean?" And then I go, "Well, we have to order them." I'm like, "Why? Just go buy, you know?" Well, we need the company credit card, we need permission. So I'd get mad,
Just go
and,
buy
and a
them.
lot of times I would go myself to like a bureau and go, I'll buy like a pack of 50 for like $10.
Yeah, be like, here's your pens, you
I'm like, here's the
retards.
fucking pens, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It was so. So I do say that you know, some corporations, they overdo it.
But that's only the tip of the iceberg. I want to tell you what happened. So I had a coworker. I wasn't there long enough. He says, if you and I want to sit down for a coffee, you're more than welcome to. The RCMP actually came in and investigated our operation. Here's the legal question, Pantelis. They said, or this coworker of mine former coworker said, they were selling an item which might sell for like $30 for like $200 or $300.
Yeah, that's
Now,
a telemarketing scam.
what's illegal? They were actually selling the goods. It wasn't a scam. Is it illegal to sell something at a much higher
Yes,
loan
it's a
price?
scam.
Yes,
because
there's actually laws about that.
Yes,
breaking?
because what they do, I know this because I used to work at the paper and ink. That's how I found out that they were a scam. What they do is they trick you into thinking that you're the regular supplier of that item, whether it's paper, ink, or whatever. So they're willing to sign off on the bill thinking they're getting the same thing at the same price. Then what they get is a bill for, let's say, $2,000 for 4 rolls of paper.
Yeah.
$2,000 normally would last them like 2 years.
Yeah.
But they get 4 because everything's inflated. You tell them, I'm selling your pens. Yeah, it's gonna cost you $2,000. And you're like, oh fuck, we're gonna have pens for a decade. And then they get 4 pens for $2,000. It's called a scam. It's illegal. You can't do. There's already scams on marketing.
The good scams.
Almost kinda like
hold on, pause.
Adam.
The good scams that do this though, they don't 10x the cost. Usually, what they'll do is they'll 1.5x or 2x the.
So it goes unnoticed,
But
and then
Pantelis, hear me out
so
on
the
this.
administrator just accepts and signs off on it.
But
So
Pantelis,
they switched company without even realizing.
Yeah, what they do is they out middle the middleman.
But Pantelis, hear me out.
Stop for a second. I'm speaking. Damn it.
But you're right. They do that.
They out middle the middleman, and the really good ones they'll do it like that. And a lot of the companies, especially bigger companies, they'll target really big companies because what happens is, don't look at me like that because I didn't finish my sentence. Don't look at me like that.
I'll talk when you finish.
Careful now. What was I saying? Fuck you.
They
Big companies do that.
Oh yeah. So and what happens is a lot of times it goes unnoticed for either ink, pens, pencils, paper. It'll go unnoticed, and then when they do their accounting, after like 2-3 years, and they're like, why the fuck has the cost of basic office supplies like quadrupled in the past 3 years? And they backtrack and they realize, oh fuck, we've been getting billed by the wrong company.
Yeah.
And usually what they'll do is they'll change the name. It'll be a similar name, so it'll be like instead of like I don't know,
Like let's say you buy your stuff from Super Pens.
Yeah.
They will call it Super Pans.
Yeah, there you go. Or,
So
or
it could almost look like it. You think it's the same company?
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like one letter off and stuff. So you think
Didn't Donald Trump hire Elon Musk to go clean up all that shit at the White House?
I don't want to get into all
something-
those politics.
No,
I don't wanna
Doge
get
was
into
something
all
else,
that.
but we're not getting
No,
into
but
it.
literally, isn't he that guy?
Okay,
wasn't
so-
he supposed to do that to go
I think
clean up all the
Well, not that specifically, but
mistakes
just,
like that?
all the misspending.
overspending.
Pantelis, I was almost finished. Now, I approached my father at the time and I said, listen, Dad, I got kind of scared and I didn't want to work there any longer. And he says, they just came and investigated the RCMP, but there was no arrest or anything. So how do you extrapolate that?
Well, your dad clearly not the best judge of character. His company went down because of doing illegal shit also.
But at the end of the why were there not charges? Like,
Because your dad was dead.
which I'm talking about the company I was working for.
Well, there are charges. That was the first
the
investigation.
RCMP came in and investigated, but
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
came
well,
of
No,
it.
they don't
usually-
do it from day-
So
yeah.
we
Adam,
usually-
this is like 25 years
Hold
ago.
on. I have an answer to his stupid question. What they usually do is eventually they realize they're getting caught on, and what they'll do is they'll file for bankruptcy or close the company, and then right next door open another call center.
Yeah.
Change the name of the company. Now it's another company. And it's
Yeah.
always, and it's never, there's never anyone's real name like associated. It's like a company that owns a company offshore. It's never, so you, Adam, is not going to go open Super Pencils because that's retarded because then there's a paper trail. So what happens is there's an offshore company,
I
okay,
understand you, I
without any
understand you.
name associated that opens that company. So the only association is the offshore company, but then go investigate the offshore company. You know what I mean? Are you following?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
The offshore
And then what happens is when this one starts getting investigated, well, close its doors, no more.
And on and on. Yeah.
On and on and on and on, blah, blah, blah. And it just keeps going. And that's why it's so hard to catch these companies.
And you know what? Maybe they had good lawyers. You know how it is, right? Maybe
bro.
there were charges.
No,
Maybe they
listen,
had
there's
his
no
lawyers.
maybe. He just told you how it's done.
He's not listening.
No, he's not. He's still trying to. I
You're
don't get
giving
it.
me
He's-
piece of information, and I'm also saying that we don't know if how
Yes,
good
we
they
do. He
were
just
at
told
master.
you. No,
I'm
He
telling
just told you how they
illegal.
do it.
I'm telling you how it's done.
Okay, I'll ask you a different question. before they do any changing of companies and going offshore, they have done something illegal in the year and a half, let's say.
They know that.
And the cops are there to see that.
Technically,
So why didn't they
it's
bust them?
not 100% illegal. It
Yes.
is illegal.
It is illegal,
gray
but
area,
it
like
takes
I
some
like to
time.
say.
So they investigate, they gather enough information to show like that petty level of crime that you've done 1,000 times,
Exactly.
which then makes it severe to close you down. But by the time they're done doing that,
Takes
they've
a
already
long-
moved
You're long
on.
out of there.
And you've made a lot of money.
Okay,
that's
pretty
how
much what
kind
I
of this
said.
guy Gareth got away with it for so long because he took a really long time to get it.
They're like, okay, one lady, $800, one lady,
Yeah.
you know, all that. But now altogether, it's $30 million.
Yeah, but usually how they'll clip these guys, they'll clip them on something completely unrelated.
Yeah.
Usually on tax evasion, stuff like that. That's how they get them at the end. Money laundering, stuff like that.
Misappropriation.
Yeah, like didn't.
Do you think the I read something today about podcasting? Do you you know Two Bears One Cave?
Yeah.
It's coming to an end.
Okay, I believe that.
They mentioned that perhaps the pandemic podcast bubble is on its way to bursting. Do you believe that? Because
No, it has nothing to do with the pandemic. It's well, in Quebec now it's just starting. The boom hasn't started yet. It's
Yeah,
starting
correct.
now. Quebec is always 10 years behind. No, it's just that Two Bears One Cave. If you ever they have two different schedules.
yeah, one guy's becoming in the movies.
Yeah,
He's
they're
going-
starting not to like each other.
Who's
Okay.
going in the
What's
movies?
Two
Bert
Bears in One
Kreischer?
Cave?
No, the Segura.
Segura's doing more movies, creating his own stuff for Netflix.
Ah.
Bert Kreischer's just doing the same shirtless stuff, and people are just making fun of him, and he's always bullshitting, and people are getting mad, and they're calling him
Yeah.
out. And Segura is becoming like, he's talking about the pores, and he's becoming kind of unrelatable. So they're both getting shit on a lot for that show.
And so that's why they're like, let's not.
But
do that.
I think that's why what ends up happening, and I've read this. I read this a few times. What ends up, it's very important to stay connected to the average person. But the thing is, the more money you make and the more successful you become, the less connected you are.
Yeah.
So the less relatable you are.
Yeah, we're broke strategically.
No, but that's what that's what my theory about Eddie Murphy.
By the way,
is that.
I just want you to nod. Okay, whatever question you're gonna read on this piece of paper, I just want you to nod.
I'm not going to say that on the air. Sorry.
No, I don't want you to.
He didn't want you. He wanted you to nod yes or no.
You just have to
I just
nod.
want you
yes
to
or
nod.
no.
I'm going to do it like that.
That's not nodding.
He's saying nod.
Okay, and I'm using logic. You're asking me to nod if the answer is yes, but if the answer is
No,
no,
he's
I'm
asking you to nod that you read
just
it.
Nod.
But then screw the question.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What did it say?
Did you ever suck a penis?
Oh, we already know the answer.
He's being very.
I know. I'm being delinquent. That's
Delinquent.
yeah.
I know
But,
you two like to use the Latin form rather than the
what?
The
The what?
street word, the Latin version rather
What
than
the
the
hell
street
were you
version.
just talking about now?
The Latin
Bears
Dick
were
version.
versus a
out.
penis, you know?
Why is penis Latin?
Oh, Eddie Murphy.
The Pope loves him.
That's a good one.
It's why.
But we were talking about Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. But it's something because I saw a trailer with him. His beard,
No, he went on a whole diet.
but
or
his beard
something.
almost looks too perfect.
Who, Segura?
Which look, I'm not criticizing. Like, go ahead.
It's a weird critique.
You guys,
You
in
know,
your
but
beard.
Yo, that guy's beard is so nice.
no, but what I mean, like, it didn't feel real. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
I don't know. I haven't been paying
I don't know.
attention.
Well, Steve,
neither.
Steve Harvey looks like he puts Velcro on as a mustache.
Yeah.
You ever look
I think-
closely at his
I think he
mustache?
He's got
dyes
a
it.
black stash.
Yeah, it's but so Eddie Murphy can't do stand up because he can't relate with the regular guy anymore.
Yeah.
So unless he does stand up about being a dad,
Yeah, but how does
you know,
Dave Chappelle do it?
because he keeps his ear to the ground.
Yeah, and Dave
he
Chappelle
probably doesn't live as extravagant.
And Dave Chappelle loves to do those stand-ups in those comedy rooms.
Yeah.
No,
like
no.
those
Even
secret
Seinfeld
shows.
still does stand up. You could. It depends what kind of stand up you do. If your stand up is about your daily life,
Yeah.
like Eddie Murphy's so removed from it
yeah.
now.
Now his life is so removed from everyone else's.
He doesn't
daily
know
life.
how much milk
'Cause-
costs.
Yeah, because his was about like his cousins and his family
Yeah.
and all, and now everything's different.
Yeah.
Like, for example, me, I talk about my daily life. If I would become rich, my life would be so different.
But Chappelle
Yeah.
doesn't live like he on purpose still lives in Ohio or whatever because he wants to stay in the like people leave him alone and he's a regular dude.
And I think actually you just tapped into something. I think that's why people respect Warren Buffett as well.
He also lives
Well,
not.
he lives like if you look the way, just Google how Warren
yeah.
Buffett lives. First of all, he has the same car from
I
2005,
was just
Yeah,
about to say,
yeah.
what kind of car does he have?
a Cadillac CTS, I think, or XTS from 2005. That hasn't changed it. He goes, it still runs good. I don't need another
But
car.
he also
He has-
disappears
he's-
for a couple of weeks, and then when he's hiding, he'll go to a luxurious place.
I'd love to hear what he would say if his car does stop running.
He
what's
likes to
gonna
live.
do?
He likes to live. I think he's
Then buy
just really
another car.
autistic.
Could be.
I think Warren Buffett is just really autistic because he likes what he likes. He has the same 3-bedroom house. He goes, I just renovated. I make it look updated.
Yeah, doesn't he eat meatloaf all the time and play bridge? And
Yeah,
I'd love to know what his grocery bill is like.
Yeah,
Does he spend a lot of money on groceries or not?
he plays
probably-
against
That's a
Bill
weird
Gates.
question. I don't know. It depends on what he wants to
I
eat. that week.
guarantee you, knowing everything, having heard everything about Warren Buffett, I guarantee you, like he's one of those that as soon as the receipt comes,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
embarrassing.
No, he's
I
all about
guarantee you.
numbers.
I guarantee you.
His kids love him, and he
Oh, for sure.
and he didn't give a lot of money to his kids.
Well, hold on. What's a lot of money in terms of his money?
Well, no, they said, how much money are you giving your kids? Enough for them to do whatever they want, not enough for them to do nothing.
I like that.
Ah,
That's a famous quote.
That's very nice.
He's got 3, I think.
Yeah, one of them, I think he blew all his money already, or because there was a grandpa that gave it to him or something.
Oh shit.
Anyway, whatever. But they all, I saw a whole documentary
You
on
mean
him.
Warren
He's-
Buffett's father?
Yeah, I saw a whole documentary on him. He's fascinating, man. Do you know why they call Val d'Or?
Well, because of the gold mining.
Correct.
Gold.
Yeah.
I just discovered this at
Are you
47
serious?
years
But it's
old.
literally in the name.
Anyway.
It's the Valley of
I'm-
Gold.
Because I went down this
literally a
whole
valley of gold.
gold hole, rabbit hole with this Idris Elba, who has a very soothing voice. That British.
Idris Elba was talking about Valdor?
Yeah, he
You
went
know
to
he's a
Valdor.
DJ. You know he gets paid £500,000 a night.
Yeah,
Who's this?
Which is
Idris
about
Elba.
$850,000
He's like
Canadian.
a British actor,
Wow.
and he.
Dude, that's insane.
So he went.
He's in the top 5 biggest DJs.
That's it. I never
Good
knew
for
that.
him.
It's completely insane.
Is he my age?
Oh,
Or he's
it
a
was
bit
so
older,
unexpected. I'm watching a video and it says top 5 DJs in the world. Number
Idris
3,
Elba.
Idris Elba. I'm like,
The guy's like,
What?
Is he 50 years old or something?
Where's he from?
so random.
I love side quests.
I love it. It's hilarious.
He's,
it's like Shaq. It's like we're gonna find out Shaq is like the 3rd biggest farmer in North
Shaq
America.
is a DJ too.
No, I know, but it's like yeah, he's a DJ too and a rapper. But it would be funny if like Shaq, he's like a farmer and we didn't know. And he's like the 3rd biggest farmer in the United States.
I'm gonna start doing
he-
side
it's-
quests. I'm gonna be the biggest Lyft driver in Montreal.
He Idris Elba went to Val d'Or. It was this gold. He held he went 3 kilometers down in Val d'Or, and he showed how they mined it, and they made he held $1 million gold bar. This French Canadian
God.
dude. It's fascinating. It's on YouTube. It's Idris Elba Gold. I just started I'm becoming. I want to become a prospector.
They
I
must
want to
make
get a
it
gold. I want to get
impossible
that.
to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what you should do?
The guy works there 30 years. Believe me, he's going to have $1 million worth of gold after
He
30
better,
years.
because like you talk with everyone, and you're like, guys, like the whole team right now.
Just put your
That's
handful
worth
in
like-
your pocket.
That's worth like fucking $4 million. No one's gonna know. It's a couple of rocks. We take them. No one knows. Slowly we split that cash.
Yeah, I tried to sell it though.
I'm sure they did it. I'm sure. Look,
all gold is I think tracked, no?
Well, no, you'd have to make it to a bar and track it, but you can find one of these UJs and
no, but don't they?
Well, there's the guy in New York.
tracks.
There's the guy in New York. I think it's that guy. He's a jeweler.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? He walks around in the street
Yelling at people.
Oh, no,
yelling
and
at
he gives
Have you
people-
seen him?
and he
You know who
gives
I'm talking
people
about.
gold.
Tracks.
Yeah,
he gives people gold. Yeah. And
I heard
he
that
has he
somewhere.
literally just has a store,
Yeah.
and you could walk in with gold. And apparently, there's these guys. What they do full time instead of collecting cans is because New York is so hectic. There's so much apparently gold in the gutters that falls.
Yeah, I
Hold on,
believe that.
look,
They
look at
collect-
him
They
here.
collect the gold.
You can go with a gold.
He just posted a video because these guys try to screw him over on some deal.
Of course they did. Look at his
You
hat.
see these 2 motherfucking pieces of shit right here? These cunt fucking suckers! Yo, why did you fuck me on my gold at 55% when it's supposed to be 50-fucking-8, bro? Tell the fucking world how much you fucking stole, motherfucker! And tell me what you're gonna do about it, you fucking cunt sucking piece of shit!
Wow.
I don't give a fuck!
Is that real?
You stole
Yeah.
3%, I gave you mad fucking money! Bro,
Relax yourself.
listen,
Wow, that's real.
Relax yourself, motherfucker.
yeah?
He's
You see these 2 motherfucking
This is like that movie with what's his name?
They weren't expecting him to crash out.
movie.
Oh, he was
He
in that
was in.
movie.
They put him in that movie. It was so
Sure.
funny.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, they
No
put
way.
tracks in that movie. Yeah, dude, this guy's amazing. I fucking love this guy. He makes me laugh so much.
Dude, my favorite video of his is he's walking with silver bars in New York. And he's asking people if they want to play a game to guess the value of like a silver bar. And nobody wants to play. And then he turns around and goes, "Sir, I know you want to play."
Conscribed to that.
Look at this, bro. Hold on. Look at this.
Basically trying to make a video in New York. I would probably, doing this thing. And then these two gentlemen walk up to them and they get into a confrontation.
He showed up, bro. And he pulled up on a guy, bro.
No way.
Homeboy brought his partner and then things just went left. So like, comment, subscribe, stay posted.
It's fucking wild, bro. Like, he doesn't.
Damn, the
Wow, man.
The Diamond District in New York is no joke, eh?
No, they go crazy, bro.
But anyways,
yeah, it's in the 30s.
I want you to
30s
find.
and 40s.
I want you to find the video.
Garment District
of
is
him
30s. 40s is Diamond.
asking, and he goes. He's guessing. He's trying to get people to play to guess the value of his silver bars.
Oh, I have the audio.
And it's a Jewish guy.
Trying to honor my fucking friend and do something for the people. And these two motherfuckers. Now you changed your tone, huh? Now you
Oh, it's bugging.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You fucking.
All right, like.
Fucking famous dickhead.
His name. I did all I
Now
did.
he did. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
But who's filming him?
This
His
is an
partner?
average New Yorker conversation
Yeah, it
on a
is.
daily basis.
It is exactly a New Yorker conversation.
I'd like to share.
No, but if you can find the guess the value of my silver bars, and he and then what happens is he turns around and goes, "Sir, I know you want to play," and it pans over and it's a Jewish guy going,
But what?
I've actually seen that short. That's what's funny.
I can't.
Do they have gold detectors or is it metal detectors? Because you're right.
I think it's they're not magnetic, so I don't think they set off the.
But I bet you that in the
this is what he
sewers of
does.
New York City, there's a bunch of gold. I guarantee.
He catches people. Look.
In the shop, let me show you the operation. Watch his hand for this cross right here. He puts his hand over the cross.
He caught thieves.
And when he moves it, of course, the cross is no longer there. He's jibbing and ribbing with this employee. And let's go down to the shop and
That
see
was not
exactly
bad,
how
actually.
he pulled this off. So this is the tray where this dirtbag put his hand over, right? Pointing to this one. So essentially what he did was pointed to this, popped it off, distracted, and asked about some shit in the window and duped somebody working here, which is very, very unfortunate for me. But let's
I've
see
been
if we can
in
find
there.
out who this piece of shit
I know
is.
exactly where he is.
So this is the bum
crazy,
that
eh?
was in here.
This
He's
is
got
the
a gray,
bum.
scraggly beard, curly hair, Mets hat on. If anybody knows who he is, there's a $1,000 reward for his identity. Just DM Mickey Tracks with any information you might have. We're not letting it slide.
Oh,
I
love
guarantee you,
And
he
we
sends
have
people to break their legs.
Oh yeah, of course.
I guarantee you. But
guy knows
New
people.
York,
He
New York
knows
is a shit
people.
show because that guy he looked.
He looked like an addict.
Yeah,
That's what he was. He's an addict.
know?
He needed his fix.
But
One of the pawn
New York
shop.
is nuts.
But this guy
bro.
makes me laugh so much because he gets so pissed off.
Yeah. Man, he looked like he was going to get arrested.
Don't get ripped off.
I have some very.
I really
interesting-
want you to find that video though of the silver. Guess my silver bars.
Do you remember that guy
Guess
that
the value of my silver bars.
you and Josh showed me? That guy that went crazy and had a nervous breakdown? That
Fuzzy Tube.
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
He became jacked actually.
Okay, so did he clean
Yeah,
up?
like ripped. Like,
I don't think he cleaned up. I think he relapsed.
The other guy, who's that other? Not the liver fucking idiot there.
Oh, that guy's lost.
What about that guy in the Philippines? Is he still in jail?
Yeah. What's his name?
Vitaly?
Oh, Vitaly.
He's Russian, right?
Yeah, that guy. He's finished.
Is that all you remember?
Whatever happened, that's it. I don't remember nothing else. I know that Idris Elba has gold, and I got nothing. I know Ozzy Osbourne did his final Black Sabbath show that everybody was at. It was like the #1 thing to do on the planet.
Where was it?
In London or in Liverpool, one of them, UK. I'm sure Jim Norton was there. There's a lot of movie stars there to watch Ozzy.
I think Jim Norton's in town next week.
I love Jim Norton.
Oh, we went.
Love Jim Norton.
I went to Comic Con.
Yeah.
I saw you.
I wanted to talk about that.
Where's
you
he
went
from?
also. We saw each other for a little bit. I had to leave. I had to stay.
Did you
handle
guys
some business.
not know each other was going?
We didn't.
We
and then
didn't. He was already there.
I was
What
already
kind of
there.
a life is this? What did you go for?
Just for fun.
You went to go buy something?
he went
Get
with his
something
girlfriend.
signed?
Yeah, just for fun. with my
Did you get
girlfriend.
something signed?
No, I don't like that shit.
My friend went to go get the Emperor. The Emperor Palpatine was there.
Oh, I took a video with Emperor Palpatine.
Okay, that guy.
Yeah. Oh no, not with the actor. I mean the person.
Oh, okay,
down
the
at
cosplay.
Yeah, the cosplay.
Okay.
That was standing in. Yeah,
Were
I
there
made
some
a fun
really
video.
good ones?
I took a lot of a lot of people took photos of me. I was an attraction.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Elijah Wood was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood, Frodo.
Yeah.
Not Fredo, Frodo.
Is it Elijah or Elijah?
Elijah. He's not Mexican.
Eliyahu is the Hebrew pronunciation.
But did you find the silver bars video?
I couldn't find it. I looked. I couldn't find that specific one. That
Elijah Wood was a little guy.
Seen it, so I know it.
He came to my to the pizza shop in LA once. Elijah Wood, big eyes. I remember big eyes.
Is that an
Big
actor?
googly, yeah, big googly eyes.
Googly eyes.
Is that an actor?
Yeah, an actor. Anyway.
I'm watching The Lord of the Rings again.
Never heard of him.
I love watching that trilogy every now and then.
I watched the first two. I like the special effects.
Nah, dude. Honestly,
They looked really real.
I have to say, these movies are masterpieces.
They are.
All
They
three
are.
of them. All
Yeah.
for real. Like my favorite one is The Return of the King. But like I'm dead serious. Just the quality.
I
like,
saw them in
like,
the theater.
We're talking like 4K quality
Yeah.
At that time.
in 2002.
You're right.
You understand?
You're
Like
absolutely
it's
right.
so
No.
it's there's zero pixelation. It is
Yeah.
clean and
Yeah.
crisp.
It's
The
a
image.
beautiful looking movie.
The acting is sensational
Yeah,
by
yeah.
everyone. Everyone
Yeah.
knocks it out of the
Yeah.
park. There's just a few scenes where Pippin, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, he's stealing fireworks and then he just bites an apple.
Are those the two?
Adam,
the
give
two
me your
friends?
list.
Oh yeah, Adam. His monologue. I watched Looper for the first time.
It's a good movie.
Looper, the one with
Bruce Willis.
where he has hair.
Yeah, and Joseph
What
Gordon-Levitt.
is this, bro? Is he doing this on purpose? Jesus. look at
Joseph
this.
Gordon-Levitt
Look
does
at
a
this,
great
bro.
Bruce Willis impression.
Look, I found the fucking
Yeah,
piece
yeah,
of
look at his
papyrus
list.
from the Bible.
All right, this week's Adam.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's top 5.5 best ways for Adam to get on the right track. That would lead you to believe that he's on the wrong track, which is what he's been denying. But whatever.
He writes them himself.
Questionable. Okay.
About himself.
Questionable.
Number 5, get rid of the perception people have of either him being a scammy or a scammer. Stay away from any situation where a scam could happen, i.e. stay away from social media sites, from pornographic sites. From now on, I am not to be considered as neither a fellatio nor a fillet-she.
That's what he wrote?
I like how he giggles to himself.
You're a psychopath. You know that, right?
I guess I have a creative.
You know,
mind.
no, you know you're a psychopath.
Questionable.
This is who writes that? Who writes that? That's
That is an
insane.
odd. This is an odd thing to say. That is a big description. By the way, I still think you don't understand how lists work. The amount of writing you've done for each item is insane.
Yeah, see, you're just supposed to use bullet points and then
And then you
Every
just
time,
you wrote.
every time,
Then you
he,
go into
every
detail.
time he goes to write a top 5.5, he pulls one of these. Dear Pantelis, Poseidon, and Guido.
7 years ago, my forefathers were filleted by a bunch of natives.
The part you're writing is what you're supposed to speak.
Pocahontas ain't got shit on me. All right, number 4. Make my good looks stem from parodies and acting rather than bad looks associated with too many hoes and nose hairs on my face.
What? Dude, this list is giving me a headache. What the fuck?
So
is
you're
going on?
saying take care of yourself.
Make a good name for myself associated with acting rather than people noticing my nose hairs.
Okay.
Well, trim them. They won't notice them.
I see you shaved better today. That's nice.
The year
No,
is
you got to see him on this side.
The
Oh,
year
that's
is
okay.
2083. Adam finally got around to trimming his nose hairs.
Adam is a southpaw. He can't see from this side.
Okay. Number 3, have me and Guido do everything we can to speak as highly as possible about the intellectuals and promote the show. You should just be doing that in general. It's your show.
Yeah, well, the good vibes will
We
rub
have
off
to
on
try harder,
everybody.
apparently.
All right.
I think we have to try harder.
Number 2, make sure to avoid unhealthy foods so that while driving students home from school, I don't have to stop at a gas station bathroom and take a shit while the kid is still having a shit of himself
still in the
or
car.
herself in the car and then take a dump.
Adam, have you done that?
Just said the words around.
Have you
but
had
get
to
my
emergency
point.
run to the
Yes,
bathroom while the
once.
kid was
Once.
still in the
there
car?
was one left, but
What did you tell the kid?
I said, "Hold on, please," and I left the window open. You know.
For the kid to breathe.
Adam, wait, aren't you?
I don't even know if you're allowed
Adam,
to do
you're
that.
missing number 1.5.
Oh, turn the page.
There's nothing there.
Oh my God! What did you write with less ink on the second? What is this?
What the fuck is that? I thought it was see-through.
Me too. Number 1, stop getting trapped by gifts at playground. Dude, you just got a grill from them. You got a panini press.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean it's.
So as to start going there to gamble. Okay, hold on. Stop getting trapped by gifts at playground so as to start going there to gamble figuring that I'm a winner, knowing fully well that the longer I spend there, the mere of a guarantee that the opposite of what I said will be true. Bro,
being
what
a
are you? Did you have
winner?
a stroke halfway through? Right? What the fuck is that?
I think he writes on the Metro.
I feel drunk right now.
Well, did you have a
In
stroke
layman's
halfway
terms,
writing this?
Stop getting trapped knowing that I'm going to make money with the gift, knowing that the longer I spend there, the more there's a chance that I'm going to lose.
Even that didn't make any sense.
Well, what do you think, Guido? Do you get the point?
Okay, and a half.
No, I don't.
Stop believing everything the news tells you. Oh, now he's fucking woke. The country in which we currently live is on a major economic downswing. That's true. Our new prime minister will not fix the mess. Why, you thought he would? You're one of them, man. Elbows up. The mess which we've had on our hands for the last 10 years. Stay away from the liberal fallacy. This is a weird list.
Man, Adam.
It's just a way to, you know.
I mean, it's a real thing what you wrote, but I don't think it goes with a list of you being a degenerate.
It's always the worst timing. Where were you 6 months ago?
Where were you 5 years
More
ago?
like where was my brain? I don't know.
Who'd you vote for?
I didn't bother
You didn't
voting.
vote.
I haven't voted
That
in
helps.
years.
Adam, when he gets
thank
the
God,
free,
actually.
Adam gets the, he walks
God.
into playground and they give him one of those folding chairs that you hold in a bag that you can unfold and sit wherever. But Adam, he can get that gift on the way out. Instead, Adam grabs it, and now for the whole time he's at the casino, he's holding a folding chair.
I'll tell you why.
In case they run out of folding chairs.
Yeah.
Because there's times I forget to pick it up. It's like, why did I
but-
bother going?
And I put it on his back like it was, Robin Hood's bow and arrow. Adam was holding it like your mom on a beach. Like the purse. He was holding it like a purse, like an old lady. I'm like, put it on your back like a bow and arrow, Fucking
I can't believe Playground doesn't want to sponsor this podcast.
They will. We'll get there.
Yeah, seriously.
They will.
Actually, if
The
anything,
food is delicious.
if
I gotta
anything,
give them a shout out on the food.
It technically,
What a menu.
It technically won't cost them anything with the amount of money Adam is giving
Yeah,
them.
all the money they're giving us will go
You know,
right back.
technically, they're offsetting his debt.
Let me ask you this, Adam, because you play roulette.
Yes, I do.
And the Casino de Montreal has real roulette, whereas Playground has the machines. Why do you
Virtual.
choose Playground?
That's one thing I don't like about one aspect of Playground.
Well,
I don't
they're
like, but
listening,
there's
so
many
tell them.
aspects about the Playground that I do like.
Everybody knows him there, by the way. They all know
Yeah, no
him.
shit.
They all know him.
But do they know him because of the intellectuals? Do they know him because he was a serial fallacier?
Well,
or do they know him because
maybe
he's a
both.
gambler?
Maybe
He's
both.
Oh, maybe.
If Adam was a reoccurring stranger, you wouldn't forget him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like Ken Fernandez.
All he needs is, I gotta hand it to you. All you need is to talk to someone once,
And they'll remember you.
and they'll never forget you.
You are correct.
They'll never forget your quirks, which is
Even though
which
they
is-
want to.
Yeah.
Which is even
Believe
though
me, they want to.
Trust me, because the first time I met you, I wanted to forget about you. Trust me.
When they get home, they tell their spouse, I met this guy today. He had nose hairs like vines.
So you have to understand that's actually a power.
Like
That's
copper
crazy.
wire. It
Not many
is.
people have that power. Eh?
Yeah.
Some people strive to have that power. You don't even know what you're wielding here.
Let me guess,
bud.
you don't think you have that?
No, he's memorable for the other.
You
wrong
are
reasons.
captivating in some
careful now.
fucking way.
I'm asking. I'm
Careful
not
now.
implying anything. I'm asking.
You're overstepping.
You're probably wondering how I got viciously mauled in an alleyway after a podcast.
I don't know. I think I'm okay to answer your question.
You know what the $1 million question is, and I'm there's a reason why I'm using such a high value of money. Guido's taking acting lessons. Pantelis took acting lessons. You fooled around with acting.
And you're natural.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you,
See,
Guido.
Adam wanted to pat himself on the back. Good for you, Adam.
You know what? I mean, if somebody is, it may as well be yourself.
Yeah. If you act as yourself, you'll do well.
If you try to act as somebody else,
It always becomes you.
And things
It
won't bode
has
well.
to become you.
Yeah.
Don't act. It's you in that situation. I learned that from Massimo. He's right. Massimo's really good at auditioning because of that.
Okay, Guido. How about this? We've already analyzed me just a few moments ago. When you talk to people for the first time, do they remember you? You have a pretty interesting personality. It appealing. I mean,
I'm not sure. Sometimes they remember me because I'm funny, charming, and handsome, and other times they remember me because I was erratic, drunk, and loud. So,
but that's more the exception, right?
Yeah.
You know?
why do you hold on? I have a question for you. Why everything that is not a positive thing that someone has done, why do you shy away from it so much? Why do you try to hide it all the time?
I never gave that any thought.
Why do you try to twist the truth around for something.
You have to give
Let's
me
say
some examples.
for gambling, your gambling addiction. You for the longest time you tried fighting us, saying that it's not an addiction.
Because maybe I had it to kind of fine tune my perception.
It's a quirk.
So you're saying your degenerate gambling and fellation is a quirk?
No comment on the fellation, just the gambling.
Adam, do you?
But is the fellation a quirk or is it a decision?
Okay, guys, it's hard not to be. It is hard to be 100% serious. But if you want me to put it, I would like the way I'm going to answer your question to be put this way. Okay. I became a victim of a series of circumstances. Okay. Poseidon on a previous podcast put it absolutely perfectly. He gave a very unpleasant example, but I have to bring it up. If somebody sends you and you go to an animal shelter and you set up and you deliver them some bombs and you're the one who brought them, good luck to you to get off on a technicality. You are the one that's going to be on the hook, right?
Go on.
That was not I just gave that example as a matter of principle. I was more the guy that was basically set up to do something and he knew nothing about it. So
Are you painting yourself like a victim right now?
I think he's
making an
trying to,
excuse as to why you're gambling?
You're
because you're a victim?
You're a victim.
I was talking about the fellation.
No, you're addicted.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to kind of react in two different capacities.
Adam, do you think that gambling is in... Go ahead.
You're addicted to victimhood, Adam.
Yeah, but is...
Fine, and I'm borrowing from the fellation and using the same principles
Okay,
for
but
the gambling.
does gambling affect your life negatively?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I would say it's the main source of your problems.
Does it cause you to sometimes eat from Dollarama and not from a restaurant?
Oh, wait, what do you eat from Dollarama?
Everything.
I haven't been to Dollarama in a while, actually.
Oh, you gotta get some.
I usually go to Giant Tiger, actually. No joke. I usually go to Giant Tiger.
Wait, I've never been inside a Giant Tiger.
They have produce.
Yeah, they do.
It's like a high-end dollar store.
Yep.
It's like a knockoff Walmart.
Yeah, it's like a
you
knockoff
can buy pasta
Walmart.
there for like $3-4.
Okay, Adam. So you don't. So that's all right. Can you buy nose hair trimmers there?
I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. I'll tell you what, guys. I love using the words "it's a gray area," but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Because I may gamble and find myself being a victim of having lost X amount of dollars, I just cut down on my expenditures. That's all. So it's not like
that is a way of doing it.
I don't know. Okay, and you know what? I'm being 100% serious here. Subconsciously, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but maybe the gambling kind of subside. It helps the effect subside of having been taken advantage of through other opportunities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's hitting your anxiety.
Wait, hold on. Because you got taken advantage of.
It
elsewhere.
helps me soothe the pain.
You go somewhere else.
And
Hold on.
makes more forefront.
It's very telling what Adam's saying.
You go somewhere else to get taken advantage of.
No, but Adam is very telling.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because he believes if he gambles, he has control of losing his money.
It makes my senses orient themselves more towards, okay,
No, they
you got
just use
taken advantage of
Vaseline.
via...
They just use Vaseline to fuck you, Adam. That's what it is. You just like being romanticized. That's what it is.
You like losing. You're addicted to that rush of losing
yeah, but
money.
no, he wants to be he wants to be wined and dined to lose, though. You understand? He doesn't just want to get rattled.
It helps me phase out being victimized by other
That
events.
doesn't make any sense, though.
Well, in a way it does, in a way it doesn't. How about that?
It does in his mind.
It will never make sense.
He's admitting to using gambling to soothe his pain.
Thank you. Yes.
Like I use alcohol. That's what he's.
That's
but
a perfect example.
In his
How does that soothe your
ridiculous
pain?
way,
I don't understand.
In his
not
ridiculous,
rational, but in a
it's
way-
filling a void.
But how does it? I understand the feeling of void, but how
That's
does
it.
it soothe your pain?
Just in his
Okay,
ways.
okay.
Because of the rush.
Everyone in this room is welcome to play psychologist. I'll tell you in no uncertain terms. You feel angry. You want revenge on people. I told you quite a number of times about a certain person who's now out of my life. You have rage. You have anger.
Takes it out on the
replaced
machine.
that, thank you, by the losses associated with gambling.
So your strategy is to screw yourself over.
Yeah, at least I have control over screwing myself.
Is that what it is?
It's actually that.
Never thought of it that way.
It is really that. Oh, you want to watch me fuck myself? I'll fuck myself more than you, but at least I have control over that.
It's
He does
lame
the old,
way
he
of
does
going about
he does
things.
the old strategy of turning the other butt cheek.
Kind of. Butt cheek.
I'll give credit to Guido for figuring it out.
Turning the other butt cheek. I don't think Jesus ever said that.
Turning the other butt cheek.
Jesus
that was an old Jesus quote.
Adam's Jesus.
His Jesus.
That's
did.
black Jesus. Slap the other ass.
Yeah, because that one went to jail.
Maybe it's too harsh to turn the regular cheek.
I went to an African festival the other day.
Yes, please tell us.
Do you remember I went out, like, of all people, remember I went out on that Tinder date with that black girl who...
And then she started shitting on you?
She listened to the show and...
Excuse me, what?
Well,
he went out with a with a black girl who then took a dump on him and called him a loser, a piece of shit.
You were here.
Diarrhea poop joke?
No, she listened to the episode and she took a lot of the racial things that we said seriously.
Okay. Like the dumped on you, like verbally dumped on you.
She took
That's so funny. Wait, you let some
Are you
black
going to see her
lady
again?
shit
Guido,
on-
you think?
So I went to this, now of all places, at Casa d'Italia.
Made it worse.
I end up at, like in Coming to America, the Miss Black Awareness pageant. There's like, I'm there with my friend who you saw here.
And she was
the other
upset
day.
at some of the jokes.
Yeah, but this is I told her it's a comedy show. But of all people, this girl
You said this like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yes.
That's what it was referring to the lady that you dated.
Yes.
I thought it was a fellow comic that you met. Oh, I
I
misunderstood. Okay.
So
okay.
I go to this event at the Casa d'Italia there on Jean Talon and St. Hubert.
With Casa d'Italia had an African event.
Exactly. So
that's the funniest.
I go
that's
in
the funniest
there,
thing I've
and
ever heard in my life.
And there's a lot of.
Hold on, no, we need to
Yeah,
pause
we
on
do
that.
need to talk about
No, we
this.
need to
Poseidon
talk
is
about.
right.
We need to talk about it, address it, absorb it. I think we need to study this.
But it was a lot of nice African people. It was a lot of ladies in their traditional things and grandmas and
The things on their head,
children and
Children.
a band was playing. My friend knew the drummer, so that's why we went. But of all the people that would see me at this event is the organizer who shat on us because
the organizer of it was her.
Yeah.
Was your ex?
What are
Oh.
the my ex? No, but what are the chances? So I
didn't
said,
know that
I
when
went
you
to
met her.
my African roots. So she was like impressed that I showed up at this thing because she thought I was racist, which I am not.
Well, that's
You didn't
debatable.
know when you first met her if she was the organizer, right?
No, I didn't even know I was going to see her. She saw me there and I scored points with
When
her.
you first met her, you didn't know she was organizing any events.
No, when I first met her, I don't know what she did for a living. I was staring at her tits.
So what she did for a living was
No, she was nice.
put these events on.
Yeah, she's an
And
event
she
planner.
hated you.
But why? Hold on.
She hated you, and then you showed up at her event.
Exactly.
And then she liked you
Well, yeah, we're a little better.
a little more.
Yeah,
But hold on. What was it specifically that made her very upset about you being on this podcast?
Probably
About
the N-word.
something that you said.
I don't know, man.
I think it was the undersanged comment.
No, that
No,
was
no, no,
the
she didn't see
episode
that.
1.
That was
no,
a
I'm
great- that was a
talking
great-
about.
that was
no,
so funny.
That was like no, I don't know what we said. I think I said she was from Ivory Coast and she's not. You know,
Yeah, it bothered
that
her. He's
racist?
like,
something like that.
because she says, "Oh, if you think all black people are from the same country,"
Yeah,
and
stuff-
he's like, "I
something
didn't
like
think
that.
they were all from the same country. I just mixed up Cameroon and Ivory Coast, which is it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. You know,
like mixing up like Bulgaria with Albania. It's gonna happen.
You know who
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
you know
You know?
who gets accused of stuff like that? Spike Lee.
or any like you know,
Like Spike, I'm not mad at you because you're black. I'm mad at you because you're an asshole.
or any
You
like
know what I mean? A lot of people they
Yeah.
play that card.
yeah.
or any like East Asian country. You know, you get them confused.
Laos.
I wanted
You know,
Laos,
Laos, Philippines,
Laotian,
Vietnam.
Myanmar.
You'll confuse all of those. Chinese, Korean. You know, you'll confuse that. You.
Bro, I
won't know.
confuse Chinese with Mexican on a daily basis.
I mean, I don't blame you.
I wanted to share a story with everybody here, by the way.
Go ahead.
You know when you want to bite your tongue? I did bite my tongue, never mind wanting to. When you want to say something and you didn't. You remember there was a guy from Nigeria outside your place? He was looking for an African restaurant.
Yes.
I so wanted to tell him this guy's father was born in Africa and that I couldn't remember. Was he born in Somalia? I didn't want to say anything.
Wait, your dad was born in Somalia?
My dad was born in Ethiopia.
I couldn't
Shut
remember
the
which
fuck up.
country,
That's
so I-
amazing. Your
Legit.
dad's Ethiopian?
Why?
My dad is Ethiopian.
Why?
thought it was
Because
Libya.
my grandfather was stationed there for Mussolini when Ethiopia belonged to Italy.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, so my dad
Are you
is
sure
born
it's
in
not Lib-
Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He went to Italy when he was 3.
So your family is the cause of all their problems.
Yeah, I can legit. I think if I
That's why she doesn't like you.
can I get my
She found out
Ethiopian
about the
passport.
Mussolini stuff.
Can I get an Ethiopian passport?
Your dad sure can.
Yeah.
Oh, you can? Wait, you were born Ethiopia?
No, he was.
No.
Oh, he can. Yeah, he's Ethiopian.
I mean, I have my European passport because when I was born, my father was still not a Canadian citizen.
You'd have to find out if they call
My dad became, or my mom became a Canadian
But did you
citizen
renew it?
in
No,
1979.
but did you renew your European passport?
No, it expired.
So then you had an Italian passport because the European Union is very young.
Since 2000 about?
No, it expired like
late
pandemic.
90s, no? The European
I just
Union?
realized something. I've been waiting for this movie to come out that I was in.
What's
I
it
thought
called?
I thought it was about a Chinese lady discovering Canada and being here, but I just realized it's a movie about a Chinese lady who took a radical step in embarking on a journey of forbidden lesbian love.
Nice.
And self-discovery.
And who are you in that?
And you were.
I'm a Greek immigrant at a school.
Oh, you're a Greek immigrant in a school?
What?
Yeah, I'm a Greek immigrant at a school who's like, I'm happy to be here, but I have a thick Greek accent, like thick Greek accent.
I actually just saw a very beautiful
That's-
girl speaking Greek into a
I'm an
telephone.
LGBTQ hero.
In front of Acadie Metro, I saw a girl with tattoos speaking like street Greek on the phone.
Her
Not far
awakening
from
becomes
that
a profound reckoning with identity, exile, and the steep cost of liberation. I want to watch this movie, but I think it was the Cannes Film Festival recently.
So it didn't come out yet.
Oh yeah, that's
wanna
on the
watch
corner
it.
of Acadie and Beaumont, right?
Right, near
Good
Algorithm
actress.
Pharma.
The Chinese lady that was acting in it, like a
Yeah?
famous Chinese actress. Good actress. She was like, I was like, whoa. And all the actors, they were like famous actors. They were good.
Man,
there was real actors and this guy.
So what was the best cosplay
Well,
you
you're
saw?
a real
We
actor.
were talking
I will
about
tell you one
Comic-Con
thing.
and then we fucked off.
You know how real of an actor I am? The crew that didn't know who I was, the French crew that knew
They
who I
thought
was,
you were
laughed.
legit Greek?
They thought I was a Greek immigrant, and they were like, "Yo, your French is you're really good." And then for a Greek immigrant, I'm like, "I was fucking born here, bro. What are you talking about?"
That's fine.
You did the Greek equivalent of Furio on Sopranos.
Ouais, madame, je vais trouver un job ici, mais l'hiver, c'est trop dur pour moi.
That's it.
C'est trop
You
dur. I
do
said.
kind of, yeah, it sounds like
You know how I did it? I talked to my mom. I said, "Say this." She said it. I took her accent.
Of course.
That's very clever.
Or
Yeah.
go to Acropolis and ask one of those old Greek guys.
Yeah,
I would not. No, I would not.
I would avoid
I
that.
would refrain from
It's
that.
frowned upon.
Yeah.
But is it
All right.
really?
It's-
Intellectuals.
Adam, let's go eat.